Yeah, and to kind of add on to your point about that center midsection and the silo or dome or whatever, I've heard like 5 different ways. I think whenever I see this map, I think of a couple main specials. One, I think of tri-strikes because I believe they can help cover both zones. I think of Zuka to help clear top mid and on silo. And I think of, honestly, I think of chumps. Chumps I see used a lot here because it is very, very useful. But we're gonna see what these teams bring out. Is that a junior? I believe, yes, it is that junior for that double bomb, that bubble on zone. I understand it. And from the other side, from Yaotl Teotl, bringing out a 52 plus the Kraken leader. I think those beacons are gonna do a lot of damage here.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a really strong place to have the beacons because just being able to jump in and constantly contest that zone is going to be super useful. But already you have Yaotl Teotl having a bit of a dominance up until those picks go out. 2 members going down there. Yuki aim, I think, losing 3 members of their own, but still at that bottom left, you do have, I think that might have been Sunny there, able to get the pick as well as Suicune. So it's a bit of a power struggle here, but we're going to see who comes out on top here.
Yeah, and it looks like it will be, in fact, Yuki Inc. coming out on top, getting a nice, I believe, double kill to kind of initiate this fight. You see, nice shot there by this Stamper. Now, you have to be really, really careful if you're Yaotl Teotl because you see the Stamper. They're going to have to cast in a second. You see the Junior has Bubble, so that's that defensive backbone that's going to allow them to stay in here. You see, not even that. Kikawa going in, able to get at least a bit of damage, popping both a Booyah and the Crab. So a lot of people are going to be used just to kind of get them out of base. It is going to work, but now look at the time you have now for Yuki aim to spawn back in. They able to spawn back in and like nothing's happened. Like a bit of deja vu from earlier. They just get back into zone. They get back into the good spots. They get the leader as well. Setting up on dome like you said earlier. Just a very, very dominant performance here as Suicune getting another one with that bomb, and now it's looking very, very dangerous for Yaotl Teotl.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yuki Aim has done a great job of just getting so much value off of their picks, and you see they have essentially run it practically all the way from 100 down to 0 here in, like you said, Topic, a very dominant game. At a certain point, I thought, listen, we might be getting a closer game here. Yuki Aim, they went 2 down, but it was just a little scratch in their armor because they come out on top in this first game.
Yeah, and I think what really, really helped them there was the fact that the Pan Raiko, they were so far back. Oh no, scratch that. The frontliners were so far forward that we saw it. The Booyah Bomb was popped. The Kraken was popped so far in front of zone that the team, Yuki Aim, was able to just jump right back in and get right back to where they wanted to be. And that kind of allowed this to happen because since that pen did not move that far away from zone, since that pen had cooler, since that pen had the space with the junior as well, that gave him a lot to work with, and it gave him a lot of kind of safety to just jump back in. But we'll see if they're able to use that on this one, Clams Museum, because I think, honestly, the E-Leader can do a lot more damage. I think those beacons can be very, very big, can be very, very helpful on such a big, wide open, wide map. I think the S-Blast can do a lot of damage. I think 52 can do a lot of damage on the ramp, just setting up there with wall, with the whale to just make sure you have space to push. Honestly, I think Yaotl Teotl.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm gonna mess it up so many times. I said this before, but yeah, you get the idea.
You know, I'm inclined to think there is no correct pronunciation of Yaotl Teotl. You just kind of roll the dice and cross your fingers. But I think we're on the same wavelength here, Topic. Honestly, most people know Museum to be a leader map. You want that reach. You can practically, all you have to do is really point and aim to snipe someone on their own plat, essentially. However, I will bring attention to the fact that this is Clam Blitz. I think that despite the fact that this is a leader map, this is possibly the worst mode for leader to be playing here in particular. We do still see that leader here, not any changes on either side with the exception of a switch to sticker stamper. So we're gonna have that double booyah coming out of Yuki aim, but with everyone scrambling for clams, it might be a little bit difficult for that leader to figure out exactly what it should be focusing on.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a very, very big help for Yuki Aim, trying to use that bit of distraction of that, everyone running around to try to get that leader off balance. You see Splatoon just taking a very strong spot, bubble on top mid. You have Kikawa there as well, but a bit of a flank from the Stamper. You see how quickly they're getting that paint on the enemy plat, I believe. Yeah, it is. And you see that double booyah is helpful. You get one booyah to cover plat, the other one to help a team fight, but unfortunately, it looks like Yuki Aim will be forced back at least for now. Leader goes down. That's huge. That's another going down. Booyah coming out as well. Great start for Yuki Aim, getting a very, very nice score here, but unfortunately, nice shot there, by the way. They will have a couple clams to follow up with Kikawa getting another 2 now, I believe, but unfortunately not able to get any further. And even though this was a really, really good opening, I think that'll be the end of the push. Now, that was a good opportunity there. Unfortunately, they did not get past that 60-point mark. That's the most crucial point of your first push, honestly.
I think Clam Economy, unfortunately, not on their side. Clearly, Yuki Aim is a really strong team. Right now, they have 3 down. The Booyah Bomb is coming out. They choose to Booyah that top right to just put on that additional pressure. And the Kraken comes out to just try and clean up all of the people that are under the basket, trying to get those in. They have blazed right past the 60-point mark. They are down to 24 already. And you see Suicune taking that top left in a trade. And that is going to be huge for them because that person goes down. Meanwhile, their team is still low-key under this basket. Now Raiko going to play it cool, back up Sunny. He's taking this ramp instead, but it seems like Yuki Aim is just not taking their foot off of the gas. They are absolutely smothering Yaotl Teotl at this moment. So you have Ace popping these whales to try and just like get some breathing room so that they can regroup themselves and possibly gather together to get a score on the basket.
What do you want to point out? One thing for Yuki Aim, they did not allow Yaotl Teotl to get that other power clan, but it looks like it won't even matter as a triple kill coming out from the Stamper gets them in. Suicune with another ball and the bubble to keep the team in as well. Booyah Bomb on the basket as well. You see so much of this plat is painted pink in favor of Yuki Aim, and it looks like finally Yaotl Teotl will be able to escape their plat, but now you still have a lot of time to work with, by the way. Like 2 minutes is a lot of time, but with how dominant Yuki Aim has been, I feel like it's very hard for them to get anything, for Yaotl Teotl to get anything going, because even if they try to get to mid, you see right here, you have that Stamper, you have that S-Blast being so aggressive, getting the good spots like that right there, getting even more points on the board, and now it's just Yuki Aim, they're so close to ending this game. They are 7 mini clamps away from ending this game. Look, unfortunately, they won't get any more here, but again, it's just that pressure that at any time, like you saw right there from Kikawa almost, anytime you can have someone go at that block, whether it be the Stamper, whether it be the Battle Junior being really aggressive, whether it be the S-Blast, just these 3 weapons are putting up so much pressure on Yaotl Teotl that it's impossible for them to be safe. Like here, another jump while I was talking.
Yeah, and I think that might be it if they're able to get in that last clam. It doesn't seem like it. That is going to be a wipeout. Yaotl Teotl saving themselves in this game by stopping them at a 1 and incurring a 14 clam penalty essentially to Yuki Aim. And it's interesting because we've seen them be playing what looks to be a very dominant game. They're getting a lot of picks, but in the meantime, finally Yaotl Teotl for the first time has been able to break open that basket in the final minute. Here you have the leader going down, I think, on that center spinner, and it feels like Yuki Aim, they have been able to get in, and you would think they would have gotten a knockout by now, but there's seemingly a sort of issue with clam economy that we're seeing, and despite the fact that there is a lot of points to go, I think Yaotl Teotl, even just being able to... Oh, they are going to get back.
Maybe, hold on.
They dropped it?
Oh, they did.
No.
That game. Suicune getting the Twitter.com pick right there will end the game off of a back flank from Kikawa. And honestly, throughout that entire game, it felt like Yuki aim was in full control. I felt like they didn't worry. I feel like that one push Yaotl Teotl did get was out of desperation. Wasn't really planned, wasn't really set up, wasn't really did anything. So even though they did get points on the board, that, in my opinion, was 100-0. Straight up.
I'm inclined to disagree. I think that they were able to organize themselves to get that push because, quite frankly, I mean, you can see it here. Yuki AIM has really strong players on it. They are not easy to get past, and I think the fact that you get to their basket at all, a weaker team wouldn't have been able to do so.
Yeah, but anyway, Yuki AIM, like you said, very, very strong team. Very, very, very dominant too. I will say, in control the entire time, not letting anything up. And I believe, yeah, that will be it for our quarterfinals. But don't go anywhere because we have more Splatoon 3 as well as coming up.